Hello, so it is December the 5th, 2024, and I've had the day off today. We've been for a walk around Carmar and Maisie's just having a graze. And I've been pondering a bit. It gets that time of year, doesn't it, where you start thinking about plans for next year with your horse. So I thought I'm going to start vlogging and just document, hopefully, a few fun things that we're going to get up to next year and our journey to working towards those things. So I'll probably continue this vlog at home in the comfort of my living room or somewhere. But I thought, as I was walking around, I was thinking, you probably can't hear me very well because the wind, I hope you can. I was thinking, what do I really want to do? And I think, although plans have got to be flexible, especially with Maisie, because I am paranoid that she'll break, because, you know, I've had quite a few issues over the last few years that I've had her, with injuries and illness and things, and I'm worried I'm going to break her. So I also worry about my own sort of ability as a rider to achieve the sort of goals I'd like to do. So simple things like going on a pleasure ride, I've kind of got an anxiety about, you know, if she starts acting up a bit and getting all excited, how am I going to deal with that, things like that. So it's just working through that, and also our journey becoming fitter. I've put on some weight. Maisie's had some time off with this abscess, so I think it'll be good to document sort of our journey. Great for me to look back on and see how we're getting on. And hopefully this time next year we'll be able to look back and go, wow, look what we achieved in 2025. So yeah, that is my plan. Right, so I'm back home now, out of the wind and rain, and by my lovely Christmas tree. I thought, as it's December, I will sit by the tree as it's all festive. So I stopped off today and I got a little pocket diary with Thelwell on it. So cute. So I'm going to keep this pretty short and sweet because nobody wants to listen to me rabbiting on for too long. But basically, I'm going to use this to write down all potential dates and things I want to do next year with Maisie. Also fill in things like her vaccinations, when the farrier is coming. I thought this is perfect, so we've got a calendar on the wall in the kitchen for everyday life, but this would be good for all my horse stuff to keep with me, keep it handy. So I've made a quick list of, or a short list rather, of things that I would really like to do next year. So I'd really like to get Maisie out in our trailer at least once a month. So I bought the trailer last Christmas. I spent all summer on and off loading her, doing loading practice, on and off, getting her relaxed and happy with that. Done one trip, literally sort of up the A30 to the roundabout and back with her, then reloaded her after that, and she was as good as gold. So I'm hoping that we're going to start getting out and about and using it more. We've moved yards a few months ago, so unfortunately I've not got the trailer at the new yard, so I need to sort of go and collect it, but it's a bit more awkward than it would have been. But anyway, I'm not usually put off by things like that, so nothing's normally handed on a plate, is it? So it's no problem really. It's just an extra 10 minutes out of the way to pick it up. Anyhow, so that's one thing, to get her out at least once a month in the trailer. And that can be things like to do a pleasure ride. So I'd really like to do a pleasure ride with her next year. Hack some new places. So I've written down a few ideas of where I'd like to go locally and a little bit further afield with her, like the woods and up onto the moor and things. And what I'd really love to do is get Maisie up to Dartmoor to ride out with my mum and her horse at some point next year. So yeah, I'd really love to do that. So yeah, so that's my kind of basic plans for next year. And when we go out and about, it can be things like out in the trailer for a hack, to like a clinic. I've booked us onto a clinic in a week Saturday, and it's like a groundwork in hand, like agility kind of thing with her. So I thought that'd be really good fun, and it includes coffee and cake and things, and it sounds really friendly, and we can wear Christmas jumpers and dress up Christmassy, so that'd be good. And then I'm looking at a few things. There's a fun ride with Endurance GB that I'd really quite like to do in March next year, because it's not too far from home. So I'd really like to do that. I've had that on my wish list for a few years now. I did volunteer at it a couple of years ago, but I'd really like to take Maisie there if I can. And yeah, I'm going to have a look through and see what other things might sort of take my fancy, but yeah, that's it so far. So it's now a day or so later and I'm back up the yard. We've got Storm Dara today, so it's blowing an absolute hoolie. I'm just getting the horses breakfast ready. So I thought I'd bring you along. So yeah, I think today's going to be a perfect day for me to sit down and look through events for next year that are up on Facebook and other places already, and make a little note and start thinking about things, because it's not that long really. If I wanted to do the pleasure ride in March, that local endurance pleasure ride I mentioned, then really she's not that fit at the moment. It's a 10-mile ride, so I need to get her fit enough to do that. So I need to plan back from there, that date of the ride, to now and work out a bit of a fitness plan of sorts. So yeah, so it's going to be a perfect day for that. So I am now back up the yard, and I did do a sort of outro, whatever you call it, at home, but it cut off halfway through, so I thought I'll finish off up here with the main girl herself. And so I've had a look through and looked at some events that are coming in the new year, made a note of a couple of things that I quite like to do, and we can talk about them again in another vlog. But I plan to post regularly with updates of how we're doing. My main aim now is to work on my fitness and Maisie's fitness and my mindset as well, so I can be as confident and sort of positive as I can be for both of us next year. So yeah, lots to work on, but I hope you join me on the journey. I hope it'll be fun, and yeah, I look forward to hearing any comments. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be brilliant. So thank you.